it is the day of Halloween. So I thought instead of doing a regular ASMR video, I thought we would do something fun. Since it is the season, how about a little scary story? I was going through my stuff and I found this. And what this is, apparently, it's the Black Book of Nightmares. This book contains all of the world's secrets, all of the world's horror secrets. So I thought I'd share this with you. So I did find one story that I think a lot of you would like. Now, just a disclaimer, this story may have some extreme graphic content or even foul language, so viewer discretion is advised. So, let's start with something simple. Like, have you ever heard the superstition of breaking a mirror would bring you 7 years of bad luck? Have you ever wondered where that came from? Well, let's find out together. Now, apparently, our story begins in Japan. And before I go on, I just want to say that I am a huge fan of creepypasta. I'm pretty sure I didn't say that right, but still. And the Russian sleep experiment is definitely one of my favorites. So, anyway, let's get back to the story. In the year of 1878, a Japanese man by the name of Hiroshi Mae made his living by making and selling glass and mirrors to good people of his town. He was a generally happy man who loved his job and made a small fortune selling his stock. So his family was very grateful for what he'd done for them. The other families in the area were jealous of his success and cringed every time they would see Hiroshi or his family. Among those family was a sorcerer by the name of Zin Yao. Zin explained that if he wanted revenge, someone would have to buy one of his mirrors with tainted yen. So basically, yen is the currency of Japan. Whenever Hiroshi would fix a gaze upon a mirror, the mirror would develop a fourth dimension. With hesitations, the families agreed to follow through with Zen's plan. During an unforgivable weather, a young male in his 20s visited a store and bought a small hand mirror with the tainted yen. Hiroshi didn't like the look of the buyer and thought that something was not quite right about it. But not being the type of person to turn down a customer, he accepted the yen. Once the buyer left, Hiroshi decided to close the store and prepare for the chilling winter storms. While huddled up with his family, Hiroshi decided to inspect his mirrors just to make sure none of them had broken during the storm. When he entered the mirror room, he was hit in the back of the head with a pummel of the guard's katana and then grabbed by a very strong masked man. Zen then ordered his henchmen to wake Hiroshi from his unconscious slumber. One of the masked guards started pummeling Hiroshi's chest with brute force. Hiroshi gasped in pain and regained consciousness. asking why he was being held hostage in his own home. Before he could finish the sentence, he realized he had been gagged, and no one understood a word he said. He tried his hardest to call his family, but his screams were futile, and the words struggled to escape through the gag Zen had placed in his mouth. Zen proceeded to grab Hiroshi's large mirror and place it in front of him. Hiroshi gazed upon the mirror with a puzzled look, and then he started to feel lightheaded. He noticed that his arms are waving around in the air uncontrollably. At first, it was a slight annoyance, but it quickly changed when the muscles in Hiroshi's arms started to tear and the bones started to shatter. Cries of extreme agony started releasing from Hiroshi's mouth, and it was obvious that Zen was enjoying every muffled cry that Hiroshi had to offer. Hiroshi saw that his legs and torso started shaking violently, just like his arms were. When they began to shatter, it was terribly hard for Hiroshi to stay conscious. But with the sound of snapping bones and the sound of hail against the roof tiles, he managed to stay conscious throughout the terrifying ordeal. All of the bones below Hiroshi's neck were shattered, all of his muscles shredded. Yet Yen's magic kept Hiroshi alive so he could feel the pain of the whole ordeal. Zen approached Hiroshi while bearing an evil grin and whispered the phrase, "This is your doing." And then, without hesitation, he shattered the mirror. After the mirror formed a large mess on the floor, Hiroshi started to feel dizzy. Then, uncontrollably, his neck started slowly moving counterclockwise. When his neck has reached the 90-degree mark, the bones in his neck started to snap. With every bone that would snap, Hiroshi would feel the excruciating pain that surged throughout his entire body. After 4 snaps, Hiroshi became limp and silent. He had obviously died, which pleased Zen greatly, knowing that he had caused him so much pain in so little time. But after his death, you could still hear the sickening snap, snap, snap. So, ever since then, if you broke a mirror, you would acquire the Mirror Man's curse, a curse that would last 7 years, but would only cause harm to you if you were to break another mirror in the time span. Legend has it that if you were to break a second mirror, Hiroshi would consume your soul and force you to live inside the mirror, where he will make you suffer the same fate he had suffered for all of your eternal life. And that's the story of how breaking a mirror brings you bad luck. From the sounds of it, it sounds that jealousy took its toll upon this poor man. I'm Dr. Felix, and I hope you enjoyed this. And also be sure to let me know that if you would like to hear more horror stories like this. But until then, happy Halloween.